Hello, NLC friends and family. I pray that each of you are well. It's hard to believe that we're coming towards the end of 2020. It seems like just yesterday we were sitting here in our conference room, January 8th, first staff meeting, looking at 1 Timothy 6:11. And on that day, we looked at Paul called Timothy, "O man of God." And we began to talk about how we felt like in 2020, like in any other year, that this year there would need to be men and women of God who would stand in the gap, who would be a light, who would help coaches not just survive, who would help student athletes not just survive, but thrive. We had no idea on that day what 2020 had in store. That we would at this time be living through a pandemic, racial injustice, the stopping of all sports, the things that we would be dealing with. But I want to tell you, we're excited because I've watched men and women of God stand in the gap, and that doesn't take place without your prayers and without your support. It's been unbelievably amazing. I can't wait for you to get our newsletter, to see the testimonies, to hear the stories. I wish I had a lot of time to share with you how God has been moving. How a Bible study that was taking place with a group of coaches by a character coach at a college goes virtually. Then they start inviting coaches, and next thing you know, over the last few months on Wednesday mornings, they've had not just a few, but they've had 30, 40, 50 coaches from all the country coming together. That how a coach's wife walks in the kitchen one morning and she says, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm reading the Bible." And it's the first time that she's ever seen her husband read the Word of God, because in a virtual Bible study, he was challenged to read the Word of God. It's been unbelievable. From our Legacy Summit to our Connect 2020, where we had 50, 60, 70 character coaches come together over a matter of 2 days and challenge and encourage one another, to just recently, there was a group of our ladies that was doing a Bible study. Man, what if we could get some other coaches' wives? And their goal was maybe 40 or 50. And in October, there was over 100 coaches' wives from all across the country, literally small Bible studies done virtually via Zoom in every time zone. Unbelievable what God's doing. We've seen Him heal marriages. We've seen Him restore relationships. We've seen our character coaches step in and deal with depression. It's unreal. And we're just thankful that we've got to see the Master Coach move. And we're thankful for you. We're thankful that some of you that during this time we didn't ask, but some of you called, some of you just sent checks. And so far, we've been able to do the ministry God's called us to do in 2020. And our goal is to finish strong. And I know some of you are thinking, well, man, Tommy, it's a bad time to ask for money. But just the other day, I was talking with someone, and they began to share with me that, hey, Tommy, this is a great time to give because of the CARES Act. And how that through the CARES Act, our government, like never before, is encouraging people to give. If you look at Section 2204, and you can ask your accountant or whoever does your taxes about this, but they're encouraging every American to give at least $300 to their church or their nonprofit. And then, if you normally itemize deductions, he was telling me, he said, Tommy, where normally there's a 50% limit of itemizations in adjusted gross income giving. This year, for the first time that we know of in history, there's no limit. You can literally give everything. And if you're a corporation, or that limit was 10, now it's 25. And he was sharing with me with excitement about how this is the greatest time for people to give and to help ministry. So I believe like never before, God's going to continue to do a mighty work in 2020. He's going to meet our financial needs. And in 2021, we're going to bust through the doors, and we're going to see more coaches and more student athletes come to know Jesus Christ. Friends, thank you. This has been, in the time of darkness, an amazing time to watch God, to watch men and women of God stand in the gap. And we are seeing coaches not just survive, but thrive. God bless you. God bless your family. Thank you.